But it says 4 aerospace brake kit, 2 stock Fox body hardlines.
All right, so Andrew's over here ordering up some stuff for his new brakes, and I thought I would kind of give you guys an update of what's going on with all the cars. So, as you can see, I'm working on the Carbon Fox today, and just got a leaking valve cover, and I think I have traced it back to the bolts being too long, so I put a couple of washers on all the bolts and swapped over to just a regular old quart gasket, because those gaskets are really soft and they will compress pretty good. So went ahead and swapped over to that. Hopefully we can get that addressed. Also, we've been working on the brakes, and we had some air still in the lines on our brakes. So Andrew went in, pumped the brakes up real good, and now we've got nice brakes on the car. Well, we still have a vacuum issue like we've covered before, but the brakes are really good on the car. So with that being said, in this box right here is our new camshaft. This is a B31 camshaft, and this is an N51HR that's in this car. So it's a really great cam. I love it, but the low vacuum is causing us to not have good brakes, which I can deal with. But we got an opportunity to get a B31, so I think we'll go ahead, pop it in the car, and see what the difference is. And that's what I'm curious about, is how's the car going to perform versus, because we've had well, let's see, this car's had a Trick Flow Stage 1 camshaft in it, and then it had the N412, and now it's got the N51, and now we're going to go to a B31, so I can kind of tell you the difference between all of them. I will tell you, so far as like how responsive the car is, the best cam was the N412. That was the best cam as far as being responsive. See how it does from a roll, like kicking it down. So anyway, we're working on this car, getting this worked out. Here's Andrew's brakes. We're not going to go through all the stuff. I just want to show you. He's got a really nice brake setup that he's going to be putting on his car. So he's trying to get all the pieces and parts to that right now. He'll probably do that over the weekend, so we probably won't get a chance to film it. The main reason for this video is to show you guys his interior. Bam! Check that out. Nice, freshened up interior. So I told you guys that all these colors would end up tying together. And the carpet on camera looks brighter, but in person it looks absolutely perfect. So all this was just re-dyed. There was a couple new things bought, obviously a cup holder console and a new dash pad. Outside of that, he did replace the door panels, but they were used, obviously. And that's it. Everything's just been touched up, cleaned up, and he did a fantastic job. Just look up through here. For about 60 bucks in interior dye. And also I'll put up a little bit of a snippet of what the car looked like before. So he's not quite done. He's still got to bolt some things down up there, but doesn't this look nice? This proves to you guys that for little money, you can come in and freshen one up. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to order everything new. A lot of these parts can be refurbished, resprayed, re-dyed. Also, I want to address a couple comments that some people had, some questions I should say. They want to know, okay, this stuff looks really good, but will it hold up? You know, how easy is it to scratch? It actually holds up really good, guys. A lot of this stuff is dyed from the factory anyway. I don't know how many people are aware of that, but a lot of your factory interior parts are dyed anyway. So all of our stuff, every one of these cars has been re-dyed at some point on the interior, and it always holds up really good. I've had people ask about which gray to use for their interior. Most everybody likes the smoke gray. Presidio works really good for that. Now, if you've got titanium interior, this isn't a great match, but if you're going to respray all the interior, I suggest using this. Me and Andrew both don't really like titanium. It has a like a rose kind of color to it. I think your white car's titanium, isn't it? Yeah. We're just not a big fan. It looks okay whenever it's new, but as it starts to kind of get a little bit of age, it starts to get like a rose tint to it. I didn't have a chance to show you guys Andrew's car with the new tinted windows. Look at the difference that it makes. It cleans the car up so much with fresh window tint. You just got the strip across the front.
Yeah, I just got the strip across the front. The strip's 5, the sunroof's 3. These windows are 10, and all that's 5.
Hell yeah, it looks really good.
I don't know why I just didn't go 5 here. I guess I thought I could see out of 10.
Yeah, I got 5 on it. Anyway, guys, that's Andrew's car. It's looking really good. He's almost got this thing ready for Ford takeover minus the brakes. I don't know anything about these. They don't seem to be too hard of an install. He's got a little bit of drilling and tapping he's got to do, but should be good to go there. Outside of that, that's it. I mean, the car is ready. We'll give everything a final kind of wipe down and wax and really clean these things up. But both cars should be ready here real soon. Now, I do have to get this oil leak fixed because this is horrible. I've never had so much trouble with getting something to seal up, but now I think I have figured out what it is, and it was just that the bolts were a little too long. These valve covers are really thin in comparison to like a stock valve cover, so that's probably what was going on. But as you can see, we do have the gasket kind of squished out up here, and even though it is cork, it should be just fine. Back in the day, that's all we used. Put a little bit of weather stripping, let's see right here, this weather stripping glue. That's what we always did. We always used the yellow back in the day. Before we go, Ford Takeover, June 22nd, 23rd, Ford Takeover. You guys need to be there if you can make it. If nothing else, just come for the day, you know, hang out. Either you can make it Friday or Saturday, either way. You don't have to make it both days, but we'd like to see you there. It's gonna be an awesome time. We have a blast. It's a 7-hour drive for us, but we are gonna be there. We're gonna have a damn blast. We'll have our tent set up, we'll have merch. And also this year, I wanna remind everybody that we are bringing the RC cars this year. So we're gonna have some RC car drags. We are gonna be drag racing RC cars this year at Ford Takeover. Now it's gonna be Friday night. I think there was some confusion on which night we were gonna do it, but we're not gonna do it while we're at the track just because there's too much stuff going on and there's not a good place to run these things. Now this is not gonna be some type of official, you know, sanctioned event here. This is just all of us getting together, seeing if we like this. And if we do, and it's a go, then next year we'll maybe try to get a light system. Me and Andrew have been talking about doing that anyway, a timing system for these things. And we may set something up a little bit bigger and better for you guys next year. But this year we're just gonna be having fun. We're gonna get all the cars out. Now, you can bring whatever you wanna bring to race, but next year we may do a 2-wheel drive only, you know, drag car setup. But we'll see.
I was hoping to have the dyno built, but we just
Yeah, Andrew was working on building us a dyno actually.
Yeah, I figured out the electronics of it. The dyno. I got to figure out how to zero out the prony brake, like exactly on, like to get it accurate. We can make them the same, but if they're all wrong, it won't matter.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Outside
really
of
cool.
that, it'd be cool.
Yeah, so he's already been working on that, or the ideas of it, and we've talked about it. So he's gonna have an RC car dyno at some point for us. I do want to state the obvious, and Andrew can tell you, we need everybody to be safe for these RC cars out there around everybody's car. I know you're probably like, dude, why you keep harping on this? Because this is a serious issue. Could you imagine hitting one of these things at 60, 70 mile an hour with one of your RC cars? It wouldn't be good. So we need to make sure that we are being adults here and keeping our RC cars out away from the real cars, because that could be ugly. Plus there's gonna be kids running around and people, so we don't wanna hit anybody. If you have never been around fast RC cars, these things at anywhere from 40 to 80 mile an hour will break your leg. Not scratch you up, not bruise you up, but break bones. So we want to make sure that we are safe now.
It'll also break 2 of your toes, for the record.
Yeah, it'll also break. Andrew knows. Andrew knows. But, and you know, we don't want to be running these things all around everywhere, aggravating people, because it could be a nuisance. So please, guys, work with me on this. If you're going to bring your RC cars and you know, maybe bring some for your kids, because I seen some kids out there last time with them, please be respectful. And just be cautious. But we're going to have a freaking blast this year, and I cannot wait to get there. And I'm curious to see how this RC thing is going to go, because next year we'll ramp it up if you guys like it. I even got an extra body just in case we total that one out. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'll give you an update on Andrew's brakes whenever he gets all that done, and we'll talk about it, if it's worth the upgrade or not. We probably won't get any video of it. It just depends. All right, catch you guys in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.